Alright, so let's talk about Ice Spice, the girl who shot to fame quicker than a meme. But how? Let's just say the heat's starting to cool off a bit. How did she rise to stardom so fast? And more importantly, why is Ice Spice's popularity fading away? Well, let's talk about it.
Fighting off crackheads and shit like that.
I'm saying, like, I don't know how you dealt with all that shit.
It made me, for real. Like, I deadass wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for Fordham, no cap. Like,
first, let's rewind for a sec. Ice Spice was born as Isis Gasson in the Bronx, New York. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking, another rapper straight from the Bronx. Well, home to some of the greatest to ever do it, I might say. Growing up, she was exposed to culture of hip-hop all around her. But Ice Spice wasn't always about the rap game. She actually played volleyball in high school, and who knows, maybe she thought she was gonna go pro. But it didn't last long before she switched lanes and started chasing that rap dream. Now fast forward a bit to 2021. Ice Spice is out here on the come up hustling on Instagram and dropping freestyles. But it was 2022 when everything changed. She released Munch, and boom, instant viral hit. Everyone and their mom was quoting that line, "You thought I was feeling you," like it was the new Bible verse. From TikTok to the streets, Ice Spice was everywhere. Let's be real, we've seen this happen before. You drop a viral track and suddenly you're on every playlist, every club's DJ set list, and every meme page. But the problem with overnight success, it's like a sugar rush. It hits hard, but it doesn't last long. So we gotta give credit where credit's due. Munch was the spark, but it didn't stop there. Ice Spice followed up with Bikini Bottom, keeping her name hot in the game. The drill beats, the carefree, unapologetic vibe, and let's face it, her unique look with that ginger afro, and I must say looks pretty good, all of it made Ice Spice stand out in a way that was hard to ignore. She wasn't just another female rapper. She was making her mark in her own lane, and of course collabs with bigger names like Nicki Minaj on Princess Diana helped cement her spot. But let's talk real for a minute. The thing with Ice Spice music, it's catchy, it's fun, but it ain't deep. And that's cool for a moment, but if you want to stay relevant in the rap game, you gotta evolve. Ice Spice so far hasn't shown much growth. It's like she's giving us the same song over and over and over again, just in a different rapper. And that's part of the reason her star power is starting to fade. Here's the thing, man. In the rap game, and honestly in the music industry as a whole, staying relevant is a grind. You gotta adapt, reinvent yourself, and keep your fans on their toes.
28 years? 28?
Yeah.
There gotta be difficulty in being able to create as the eras and the sound of music keep changing. How the hell are you able to maintain at the top when the sound of music has changed from 10 years ago?
You have to be, first of all, you have to be embracing. You have to be embracing. You can't be the guy that's the person that's saying, I don't like the new music. I don't.
Or the mumble rap.
Whatever they name it. You can't say I don't like it. You gotta love it, learn it, like it, and love it, because you better understand that that's music. You know what I mean? Like, that's music. So that's not a certain type of music. That's music. You pick your Apple, you go to Apple Music and top 100s, and them folks right there. So that's music. And so therefore you have to embrace that.
Look at people like Drake or Nicki Minaj. They're chameleons. They switch it up every album, every feature, and they stay ahead of the trends. Ice Spice, well, she got comfortable. She hit the viral success and thought she could ride the wave forever, but the wave always dies down. And that's where we see the cracks. Her new music isn't hitting as hard as it did at first. People are saying her sound is getting repetitive, and fans are moving on to the next big thing. Plus, let's not forget, controversy sells. But if you don't play your cards right, it can kill your career too. Now, Ice Spice has had her fair share of controversies, and while some drama can help a rapper stay in the headlines, it hasn't really worked into her favor. Whether it's beef with other female rappers, critics questioning her talent, or her catching heat for not putting on the best live performances, the public perception hasn't been doing her any favors at all. And remember when people started calling her a one-hit wonder? she clapped back on social media, but at the end of the day, if your music doesn't do the talking for you, those whispers get louder. You can only trend for so long before people start looking at the next wave.
Okay, let me hear you freestyle. Come up. Come up.
Let's break it down. The internet, it moves fast. What's viral today is old news tomorrow. Rappers like Ice Spice, who blow up off of 1 or 2 big songs, usually struggle to stay relevant because they can't diversify their sound, their image, or their message. And on top of that, when you rely so heavily on social media and your fame, you gotta keep feeding the machine, or the fans get bored.
What can people expect from the album as well?
They can expect, like, you know, different sounds, different beats, more tracks this time. I have 10 tracks on the album, compared to, like, the EP, like, I only had, like, 6. So, yeah, just more music, basically, yeah.
Ice Spice fame was built on vibes, but when it comes to staying popular, vibes ain't enough. You need to evolve, growth, and let's face it, sometimes a little controversy to keep people invested, but Ice Spice hasn't been able to mix things up. Her bars, her flow, even her personality all seem to be staying in the same lane. So will Ice Spice be able to turn things around and regain her spot at the top? Well, it's hard to say. If she switched things up, dropped some fire music, and also shows us a new side of her artistry, she could stick around. But as of right now, the buzz is dying down. That rapid rise to fame can be a double-edged sword, and Ice Spice might be feeling the sting. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Ice Spice's career. Is she done for, or does she still have a chance to make a comeback? Also guys, smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more hot takes, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
You thought I was feeling you? That nigga Munch.